Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to Manfeild, to the circuit. Chris Amon, I'm Jonathan Green, and we bring you our qualifying session for the Grand Prix, the 64th running of the New Zealand Grand Prix, steeped in history, which goes back to the 1920s. We've been coming here for the Castrol Toyota Racing Series since 2008, and in that time we've seen some cracking races, but I don't think any of them compare to what we've got in front of us this weekend. It's been an amazing series to celebrate 15 years of the Castrol Toyota Racing Series, and it's really been about two men. One you just saw, the other right here in the number 8 M2 competition car. Liam Lawson and Marcus Armstrong head-to-head for the championship, just 1 point between them after yesterday's first race, and incidentally an M2 1-2-3 makes them on 199 podiums. So today could be very special for M2 competition, and certainly special for either Marcus Armstrong, who you're looking at right now, or Liam Lawson. That said, the Grand Prix has shown over the years that it's a mythical thing. You never know. It's a 35-lap race. Conditions are very hot indeed. We got them up into the plus 27s. That was ambient temperature yesterday, and it's expected to go even hotter today. We are underway with qualifying. Liam Lawson yet to show his pace, and already Marcus Armstrong has put in one lap but not put a time in, and he's come back to the pits. At the moment they're chasing Peter Petacek, who's involved in an incident yesterday. He had a 105.093, but it's early days yet. 12 minutes left in this qualification. And it's so important because this is the qualifying for the Grand Prix. We had a race yesterday. That was won brilliantly by Marcus Armstrong, and that meant that the points gap between the two of them, Liam Lawson and Marcus Armstrong, came down to just 1 point. And then we had a ball draw, and for the first time this season, it's always been a 6. Marcus Armstrong pulled out the number 8. So therefore, Marcus and Liam will start 7th and 8th for the first race of the day, race 2 of the weekend of 3. Here is Liam Lawson, bumped into his literally growing fan base, mostly family I may add, but everybody's caught the ride and has been captivated and motivated by this young 16-year-old who turns 17 tomorrow. It's been an amazing story for young Liam Lawson.
Well, Jonathan, down here in the pits, I can confirm that Artem Petrov, the Russian driver, is back in the field. He sat out yesterday's race, had a high fever, but back out and in the car.
That's good to know. And yeah, we did miss him yesterday, didn't make the grid. Temperature's quite cool. I went up on the tower a moment ago, Murray, and so no worries at the moment about high temperatures, but we can expect it this afternoon, can't we?
Yeah, these will be the quickest times we see of the weekend. It really is, it's warming up, but it's still cool. Slightly different tactics this morning. The drivers going out, doing a sighting lap, coming back in and putting on the fresh tyres. Just 15 minutes, probably 8 laps, so they really have to be on it.
Well, we're watching Marcus Armstrong and Liam Lawson go about their business. Lawson just warming up the tyres and ready to go for a flyer. At the moment, Cameron Dass tops the time with a 104.4. They've been faster than that. Dass coming back into the pits. Peter Petacek still second. Dev Gore, 3rd place. And the Giles boys, I spoke to them last night, especially Raoul Hyman, have had not really a very ordinary weekend by their standards. They've been struggling with balance, struggling with top-end speed, and just not really dialing it in. I spoke to Raoul Hyman last night, and he said, yeah, they're going to try a few things overnight and hope that it works. And so far, at least, they're getting there. But I've got a feeling that as this clock ticks down, the M2 boys will rise to the top. Lawson, as you can see, weaving from side to side, an indication that he's just warming those tyres and getting ready for a run. He goes to the back of Higgins, which is the long loop rammed down onto the back straight, and then he's going to get himself ready to go quick. And it looks as though Petrov has followed him out and needs as much track time as possible, does the man from St. Petersburg. And of course our current champion, Robert Schwartzman, is also a Russian from St. Petersburg. got a strong history of great Russian drivers. Here goes Lawson then. He's still weaving from side to side, so he's not... He looks as though he's going to wait for another lap yet before he goes for a real flyer. Das still setting the pace at the moment. He's in the pits at the moment, but it's a 104.4 they're chasing. Thomas Smith. Murray.
Well, if this follows form, you can expect to see the fastest laps coming on about lap 4.
Yep. And I think they've also got to be worried about traffic as well. As I see right now, most of the drivers out on track. There's not a lot of people in the pits. Cameron Das is one of them. Peter Petacek, they both put times in, and Dev Gore. But everybody else is out circulating, and that means you've got to find space. I'm looking at Armstrong now, who's circulating into the hairpin and looking for some space. Meanwhile, ahead of him on the track, Lawson's now building up down the back straight and getting ready to go quick. Here's Thomas Smith crossing the line. Smith had a couple of offs over the weekend, had a bit of damage to the front wing, but nothing major. Also had to sit out one of the qualifying sessions, had too many penalty points. And here comes Lawson now to cross the line. Lawson's still 7th at the moment. He's gone quicker, but this one I'm expecting to be a quick lap, and so crucial. Although, interestingly, Murray, talking to Marcus Armstrong last night, he reminded me that, of course, in Europe, the grids are staggered. Here in New Zealand, you're pretty much at no real advantage in the pole position, but because you're almost identical, it really is just grid position, whether you're on the inside or the outside. So the pole, effectively, is on the inside for the first turn, the right-hander.
Yes, and that first turn will be absolutely critical in the outcome of this New Zealand Grand Prix.
Yeah, no question. The one thing you don't want in the New Zealand Grand Prix is to be stuck in traffic. You need as much clean air. We saw it with Nick Cassidy over the years, and we certainly saw it last year when poor old Marcus got stuck and also went into safety mode, and his day was done pretty much. Now, let's keep an eye on Lawson as he comes out of the last corner. And across the line, Lawson does go quickest to 103.0. So, the first blow is struck, and it's Liam Lawson, the 16-year-old. Esteban Muth has also upped his pace. The top men now all dropping into the 103s. Leach, the New Zealander, goes 3rd. Lucas Auer is up there, 3rd in the championship, Lucas, at the moment. Lucas Auer on 2:52, ahead of Hyman on 2:36. Muth still on 2:20 and has a chance with a decent start in race 2 to get a good result. So what can Marcus Armstrong do? He's out on track and he's winding himself up now for a run at the pole.
It's a slow build-up from Marcus, so we expect to see a time this time, I would imagine.
Yeah. Well, he's certainly got some decent track ahead of him. He's got 1 car, 2 cars maybe, but certainly where he's going to meet them is not going to be any problem to him. What you worry about is trying to get into traffic just by the splash, and certainly with a slower car. And look at this, Liam Lawson, a 102.6. He is taking it to him. Marcus, beat that if you can, but that was a great lap, 102.6. They're on record pace at the moment now. Here comes Armstrong then, down the back straight, 5 minutes to go. Crucial qualifying, and these two have pretty much qualified at the top of the sheets on every practice, on every qualifying, and they've been there or thereabouts in every race. So Armstrong crosses the line to do a flyer. Will take his form as he goes into Toyota. He's a very smooth driver, doesn't muscle the car, and smooth is quick. He comes out of Toyota down towards the splash. He's got 1 car in front of him, that's Cameron Das. Shouldn't be a problem. And nicely done through the splash using all the road. Lawson still out and circulating. Is he going to go quicker? 102.6 he's chasing. Lawson about to come out of the last corner. Uses all the track and more. Does he go quicker? No. But only 2/10 off his quickest time. So Lawson still out on top. Lucas Auer goes 2nd with a 102.6. And here comes Armstrong down the back straight. There's Lucas Auer locking up slightly. The number 22, the Remus sponsored Austrian, headed to Japan at the end of this weekend. And Across the line comes Armstrong. That's third quickest for Armstrong. Just 0.2 off Lawson. So we've got a cracking battle between M2 for the pole. Muth is there too in fourth place. Das is fifth. Florescu, Kotaka, then Leach, Hyman and Petacek. But Lawson holds firm in pole position at the moment, but it's close. Armstrong with that lap moved up to third place, and he's on a flyer again. Luckily no real traffic. He's still got Das in front of him. Lawson still circulating. Time running out though. 3 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Can Lucas Auer be the surprise? He's unfettered. He doesn't feel like he can win the championship. He was interviewed yesterday and he said, well, you know, I'm just going for it. He's done it! Lucas Auer's done it! 102.3! I was about to say he's unfettered and he's just proved it. Look at that! Lucas Auer takes pole position provisionally. Now can anybody beat him? Armstrong crosses the line, goes second! Armstrong 102.5, it's coming and dropping down by the minute. 3 minutes to go. Can Lawson respond? Wow, M2 competition flying high. And wouldn't it be a fairy tale for Lucas Auer? His third time to the series to take the pole for the Grand Prix. That's what he's got his eyes on. Championship, he can let the others too fight out for that. Now here comes Lawson. Down that back straight into the double apex. I went round the track myself earlier this weekend, and it's a tricky corner, that last corner. It's really hard to work out where you're supposed to turn in. Lawson crosses the line. Does not improve, stays third. And that would be massive disappointment for Liam Lawson. Doesn't need to get a second row start. Gotta go quicker. Can anybody else go quicker? 102.5 they're chasing. Clock ticking down, 2 minutes to go. Nico watches on. He's been a steward, a mentor and a friend to these drivers for the last 5 weeks. But now the business of winning the championship is on the line. And he awaits for them to come into those positions in Parc Fermé. And right now it's going to be the top three of Lucas Auer, Marcus Armstrong and Liam Lawson. Esteban Muth in fourth place. Will anybody improve, I wonder? Again, we took Thomas Smith. He crosses the line again. Smith, currently 2 Smiths, of course. Thomas in 14th and Kenny in 17th. And he's in the pits at the moment. Lawson crosses the line. And goes P2. That's what he wanted. 102.5. And more importantly, he's ahead of Armstrong. That could be a crucial blow in this championship chase. Can Armstrong respond? Murray, anything going on down there?
No, everyone's just watching the clock run down, just waiting for that final dash. There's Marcus.
Yeah, I noticed Kenny's in the pits. I guess he's decided to let them get on with it. Leach stays 8th. He improves to 8th. Callum Williams up to 6th. Good to see the Australian. He showed well in the previous qualifying. And Armstrong still out on track and still with a chance. As he's on track, you've got a chance of getting a lap in. Leach likewise. But Lucas Auer and Liam Lawson locking out the front row. 2 sensational laps. And let's see what Armstrong does as he goes into Higgins. Florescu doing well as well. He's really improved this weekend. He's up to 8th is Petru. And I remember thinking at Hampton Downs he was all out of sorts. And Taupo, he just didn't look as though he was in the game. But now very much he and Callum Williams to me have been the big improvers. Lawson's still out there too. So here comes Armstrong. No improvement, but he crosses the line in time, I think, to get a lap in, but he's got traffic in front of him. Checkered flag is out. Thanks, Murray. And so, does Armstrong get this lap? I doubt it. Or does he go quicker? He's got Dev Gore in front of him. But right now, it's Auer, Lawson, Armstrong, Leach jumping up to 4th place on his last lap. Well done. How about this for the Kiwis? 3 Kiwis in the top 4. Muth is 5th, Das 6th. Hyman 7th. That's a big improvement for Giles Motorsport. He'll be happy with that. Will the Brit? Great stuff by Raoul Hyman in the number 7. Watch out for him to create a bit of a shake-up as the weekend goes on. Checkered flag out. Here comes Armstrong. Everybody finishing off their laps. Will anybody beat Lucas Auer? I doubt it. Armstrong, though, looking good. He's going to get a bit of a draft as he comes down across the line, but does not improve his time. These tyres have an optimal of about 4 laps where you're really dialing it into a pole position. And I think that's it, Murray. I think we've got our pole position in Lucas Auer. Lawson will start on the front row. Very importantly, Marcus just behind.
Yes, it's starting to unfold. A lot of questions to be answered this morning. That's the first one, Lucas on pole. The next one is going to be this reverse top 8 race. That really could be the decider. It's almost like another qualifying session.
It is, and the reason being that our 2 championship contenders will be 7th and 8th, and really where they finish that race, how they deal with traffic or whether they deal with traffic will be the key to the race too. Well done, Lucas Auer, the Red Bull man, and you can see it there on his helmet. He is a Red Bull junior driver following in the footsteps of so many greats that have been Red Bull drivers, and he heads to Japan to represent them. And into Parc Ferme they go. Murray, I'll let you grab the first man you can find.
Well, we're here with Lucas right now, and Lucas, you've certainly saved the best till last.
Sorry, can you repeat?
You have saved your best performance until last for the Grand Prix, pole position.
Yeah, yesterday we had some struggles with the tire peak, and I think we adjusted that and a couple of other things, and it was a very good qualifying. Thanks to the team.
You're still very much a player in this championship chase.
Yeah, but those 2 will fight the championship, and I try to win the Grand Prix.
And the car was good then?
Yeah, we made a huge step. I would say purely on tire understanding and getting everything right. So huge step from yesterday to today.
Good, well done.
Great stuff, Murray. Yep, and it looks as though Lawson's ready for you too, so I'll let you keep going.
Marcus Liam just getting out of the car here. Front row start again, Liam.
Yeah, it's another good quali. Today, I mean, we did the same time, similar times that we did yesterday. It's very close with Lucas, obviously. He must have found a peak quite early because I saw he did the time a lot earlier than I did. And for me, the car, it was getting better, and then I cooled down. And then I pushed again, and it was still getting better, and I didn't really feel the same peak as yesterday. So a little bit, I'm a little bit confused to that, but still the pace in the car is really, really strong for us to do it on the last lap. It's, like I said, very close to Lucas, so it should be a good race.
A big day for you. What's your mindset? How do you approach Grand Prix Sunday?
For me, I'm feeling really, really good going into today. Obviously yesterday, finishing P2, another good points haul, and starting off the front row for the Grand Prix is certainly very, very cool as well. Obviously it's going to be difficult. Lucas is quite quick as he's proven today in quali, but the mindset is really good. I feel really good going into today. You know, we have the championship and the Grand Prix, but for me the championship's the one that we're going for. So if it means finishing P2 in the Grand Prix, that's what I'll do.
Great interview and great mindset. I love the way this young man thinks, and hopefully we'll get a word with Marcus. I can see you're going over there. Murray, have you got him? Okay, we're just getting Marcus in position. Go ahead, Murray. I know you've got it.
Okay, Marcus. A critical qualifying session. How did it go?
P3. So I don't know. Car felt okay. I think we missed like 2/10 or something. So quite a big margin, really, considering I put the lap together. It's all on for this afternoon, though.
It's a big day today for both of you. What's your mindset? How are you thinking this thing?
Full max attack. I think Luggy being on pole is helpful, and I think that my race pace is pretty good. Also, my starts are not too bad, so I'm really confident for the race. I don't know why we weren't fast enough in quali, but we'll see.
Great stuff, Murray Taylor. And Murray Taylor will be in the pits throughout the day. Now let's have a look at some of the interesting moments. Here's Leach. Look at this. I coming into the right-hander and onto the main straight. Look at that, a double wheelie from Leach. Not planned, not advised, I may add, but that's what it takes. Well, listen, what a day we've got in front of you, New Zealand race fans and race fans all over the world. We have Lucas Howe, the most experienced driver here, up against 3 Kiwis for the Grand Prix. Doesn't get any better than that. Stay with us on the live stream and stay with us here from mighty Manfeild.